Hello everybody, in this video, I'm going to be turning Santa into a horror game. So this horror game is going to be based on a dream that I had about Santa. So basically what happened in the dream is that Santa broke into my house and I had to find materials to build a trap to catch Santa and destroy him permanently. Now let's get into the video. Alright, so like any professional game developer would, I'm going to write a checklist so that way I know exactly what to do when I make my game and don't mess up. But this one doesn't really look that good, so let's throw it away. That's a little better. I'll improve it along the way through the project. But since I already created the idea, I'm going to check the idea box. Now, let's create the title. I'm going to go and open GIMP real quick. Now what would be a good horror game title for a Santa game? Santa Killer? I know, Claws of Death. Yeah, Claws of Death. That's going to work. Alright, we're getting there. Claws of Death. There we go. That makes sense because cause of death, it's wordplay if you think about it. I mean, like, alright. Now, let's just make it look larger so that way we can actually fit it into the screen. Alright. Oop! Okay, that's a little too much, actually. Let's just shrink that a little bit. Alright, this is perfect. Now, let's change it to a shade of red or color, whatever. Alright, so I did some off-camera improvements, and now our to-do list is much better and more specific. But the planning part is taking too much of our time. It's finally time for us to create our Unity project. Yep, that's right, I'm going to be using Unity. Alright, we finally created the project folder. Now we can check the create the project folder checkbox. Oh boy, I was afraid this part would come. Basically, when you make a game, you have to model things, and I'm not really good at that. But at least I know some controls of Blender because I tried it out about a year ago. Alright, I was thinking to start we could model his body. Every good artist uses references. I'm also using a texture Santa for, I don't know. This is the Santa ball. What happened to it? Where's the texture? I put a texture on. Oh, okay, I was just in preview mode. Basically, this is the texture. It's going to help us model it, and there's also a cool thing called project from view or something like that, and it does this. So I'm just going to basically model around it, but so far we have a Santa ball. That's actually pretty useful. Alright, just scale the ball smaller so it fits. Alright, got the body done. Now for the head. Alright, you guys can see what I'm trying to work with, right? This model is really difficult. I'm just doing the legs now. It's going to look like a South Park character or something like that. Alright, so we got the base part of the model done. All we have to do is just work on the UVs a bit. Oh my god, this is going to take forever. Okay, so I'm just going to scale it like that so that way it fits. And I think you guys can see the picture here. Wait, I think this might work. Wait, this might actually work. Wait, it's already looking good. Wait, keep watching. This is actually looking good. You know what, guys? I was wrong. Modeling is actually pretty easy. I thought it was like going to be the hardest thing ever. It's missing a couple of things, though. Alright, now Santa has a weapon. But we need to make it look like he's holding it, so let's just put it in his hand here. I didn't make this model, by the way. I would take credit, but I'm a good person, so I'm not going to do that. And after a few more touches, here's the result. Yeah, I don't want to hear. I'm adding him into the project anyways. Alright, now we have the killer NPC here, or at least the model. So yeah, it may not look that good, but let's be honest. Scary doesn't equal good immediately, you know? Sometimes it's okay for things to be bad, especially if it's more scary. I'm not coping. Yes, that's the only asset I'm going to model, and that's final. Alright, here we are in our Unity project. Yes, I can't wait to get started on the game finally after the last hard part where you have to model everything. Alright, so before we continue doing anything else, I'm just going to get a map. Wait, this one looks decent. This is the first result. I think that'll do, actually. Okay, so this is the map I'm going to be using, at least for now. It looks kind of small, but in these pictures it looks really cool, and I think it'd be fitting for the game. At least for now, but we can always change it later. Alright, so while I'm waiting for the massive model to download, I'm going to be creating the first-person character. And you kind of have to program the character, which I don't really know how to do, so I'll be watching a tutorial for that. Yep, GG Chad, just watched a tutorial, and I kind of don't really know how to do this, so I'm just going to hope for the best. Alright, so this code isn't 100% original, but let's be honest, I think that most people program their character controllers like this, which I think is pretty neat. It's kind of like a universal thing, I guess, but you know what? Maybe this will work. Alright, now to test the camera movement. Let's hope it works, guys. And, why isn't the camera moving? If only I knew at the time how much programming I'd have to do just to make a simple horror game. How come he doesn't look up and down? Why does he only look left and right? What's wrong? You mean to tell me that they're two completely different things? Oh my gosh. Oh, so that's why it's looking in the wrong direction. I didn't think this would be so hard. Why is there so much game development problems? Oh boy, gotta make the character movement. Really hope this isn't going to be super difficult to do. Dude, why are there so many errors? Finally, it worked. Thank goodness. This is a big achievement. I can actually make moving characters now. Alright, so the house finally downloaded. It took about like maybe 30 minutes, but we finally got it. We got the map here. Or at least the current map. But I might change it later because this does look a bit small. But ooh, it comes with doors. That means we can have interactive objects whenever I learn how to do that. I don't really know what the LOD means. But it's just a lot of acronyms to keep track of, honestly. So maybe I'll learn that in another video. Now let's give the Jolly Man himself some animations. Now, I kind of know how to animate, sort of, I guess. You just select a part and move it around, and then it animates. Yep, this is going to be his idle animation. That's cool. Alright, so that was my day 1 progress. Let's get into day 2. Alright, so you may notice that I've changed the map a little bit. I still decided to keep the house because it's good enough in my opinion. But I added like an outside. You're going to be able to walk outside. You can move the character around. You can even turn on and off the flashlight, which I think is pretty cool. Decent progress. And there's about to be even more progress done before the game gets complete. All I have to do is just program the interaction system. Yes, I know what interfaces are. It's basically similar to behaviors, except you run a function for multiple different scripts that contain it. Alright, now let's find a door sound from Pixabay. Alright, that's perfect. Now for Santa sound effect. Alright, nice. Alright. Yes, the door interaction system works. Okay, we need to work on the Santa AI. That shouldn't be too difficult. I decided it was time to start working on the decorating as well, while doing the AI and the NavMesh agent stuff. If you don't know what a NavMesh agent thing is, it's kind of like where the AI knows where to go when chasing the player or moving around. I also started working on the intro and the AI. I learned what coroutines were. It's kind of like you can make something wait before doing something else, which is really useful for this case. After teaching the NavMesh agent to ignore doors and actually allow it to go inside the house, I finally got it working, and Santa can interact with things too. Okay, I might have to fix a few things with Santa. He's kind of acting weird today. Alright, hopefully finally now he works. Okay, good, now we got the Santa AI working. That's nice, but the problem is he can't really kill you yet, and you can't really win, so I'm going to start working on that. This is when I started to work on the jump scares and the windscreen, so that way there's actually some outro to the gameplay, if that's what you want to call it. But yeah, there's always a way to get back into the game though. Come over here and give me a big kiss, Santa. I started to add the materials around the map. Yep, you collect multiple hot chocolates so that way you can turn it into a present using magic, and to capture Santa into it. A lot different than my dream, but honestly I don't know how to make a flamethrower. Alright, it should work now. Alright, cool, it works. That's nice. And if you get 10, the game will end. All that's left to do before the game is complete is to work on the outro and the title screen. And after this, the game was finally complete. And I even added a bonus mode which I will show you at the end of the video. Yo, what's up my viewers? Welcome to Claws of Death gameplay. No commentary. Alright, let's play it.
Wow, it's a new Christmas. I can't wait to see Santa tonight.
Did you know I made this game? What's happening? Oh! Ooh, I have to get hot chocolates. Speed run. Santa! Santa, why are you evil? Stop, Santa, you need to leave me alone. Oh, by the way, I'll leave a Mediafire link in case you guys want to play this game. You can't get me, Santa, you're too slow. Someone's had too many cookies this year. What a slowpoke. Oh, I'm already halfway there. Ah! Don't you scare me like that ever again.
Wow, it's a new Christmas. I can't wait to see Santa tonight. Huh? What's that noise?
Oh no, Santa's back. Speed run. Quick. Get them. Santa, you have to spare me. I have not been a naughty little boy this year. Oh my gosh. I'm already halfway there again, Santa. You can't get me this time. I'm gonna stay distant. You can't get near me, bud. Wow, this game's really fun. Uh-oh, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Uh-oh, Santa. No. Why'd he go through the table? Is he hacking? Oh my gosh, Santa low-key hacking. Oh, nah. I'm getting the last one, bud. Come over here and get some. Hey, loser. I win.
Alright, Santa, you're caught in my trap now. You can't escape, you naughty little Christmas Kringle. I'm going to destroy you.
This is the best game I've ever made, and my first one. Alright, well, you guys get to see the ragdoll mode. You guys have no idea how long it took for me to program the ragdoll mode. Basically, you can drag the rigid bodies around, and also change your drag power. It is a little buggy, but this is my first time ever doing a ragdoll type system. It was pretty simple once I realized that it was just a bunch of rigid bodies with joints attached to each other. And here we have a Santa's ragdoll. That's his name. I'm going to call him Santa's. He's going to be in Such a Game Multiverse. Yep, that's going to be his name. Look at him. He's so jolly. He's kicking his foot in joy. Just look at that. He's so happy about Christmas coming again this year. Just look at how he's just bouncing around with joy. Oh, so joyous. Hallelujah. New Christmas this year. And you can even change the drag power to however much you want. And Santa's been a really jolly man this year, so he weighs more than usual, so you might have to use more drag power. And you can right-click to push things. Kind of like an explosion, sort of. So yeah, that's just a fun little thing. And there's also a flashlight around your cursor, which is pretty cool. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll put a link to this game. And I'll make another video. If you have any ideas, be sure to comment down below. Thanks for watching. This is my first video on this channel, or at least after the change. But yeah, have a good day, guys. And of course, a Merry Christmas.